Let's jump into the plane ride from hell because
Well, you were there, weren't you?
well, yeah, I was, but I was sitting up in the front of the plane and I was plastered because I was drinking and you guys were doing your thing in the back. So what happened on the plane ride from hell?
Oh, God. I mean, there's things that happened that, that was such a big plane, and it was all ours.
Hey, where was that? Where were we coming back from?
We were coming back from a pay-per-view or something. Yeah, a pay-per-view in the UK.
Yeah, UK.
Sure. Yeah, it was. It was a pay-per-view in the UK because I worked with Bradshaw on the pay-per-view, and Scott came down during the finish. And yeah, and it's hard. It would be hard for me to hold back on you, just to be worrying about anybody's feelings or whatever. But what happened happened, and I saw one of the questions. Talk about the ponytail incident. I don't know if you recollect seeing that.
No, I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah. Well, I saw that there was a few.
Yeah, no, I saw the tweet. What happened with the ponytail?
Well, it was Michael Hayes.
You cut his ponytail off?
Yeah, don't you remember that happening?
Dude, yeah, I remember. I was in the ozone layer, man. I don't remember shit.
Yeah, and
so we're flying. We're at 40,000 feet. We've been in the UK. We knocked down a pay-per-view. The boys are rocking. Everything's flying on the airplane. And, I'm comatose in the front. You guys are zinging in the back. What possessed you to cut off Michael P.S. Hayes' ponytail?
Well, because every time that I was around him when he was drunk, he was a complete fucking asshole.
He's a sloppy drunk, and I want to talk to Michael on the show because, man, I'm a big Fabulous Freebirds fan.
I'm a huge Fabulous Freebirds
Yeah, and I'm a huge Michael Hayes fan, but he was a little bit of a belligerent or sloppy drunk.
Because, I was a huge fan of his. The Wolfpack, we copied the Freebirds.
Right.
And Will would be the first to admit it. I'm a huge, huge fan of his, and he does a great job. He's real smart, and he does a great job for them. But he's a dick when he drinks.
So you were back there where you were probably floating a little bit too, right?
I wasn't drinking. I wasn't taking no pills. I might have been smoking some reefer in the bathroom. But that was way past statute of limitations, so I can't get heat for that, for saying that.
So okay, so we're flying, and all of a sudden, does a light bulb flash in your head? And
no, he was being a dick to everybody, right?
Right.
He's so fucked up. He had been giving Bradshaw. Oh, I know. Bradshaw got color in my match at the pay-per-view.
Okay, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right.
I was trying to bring the nunchuck. I was trying to get the nunchuck.
Hang on right there. You just said Bradshaw got color in your match. To my fans who don't know what color is, he was bleeding. No, someone sent me an email to explain these things. So Bradshaw ended up bleeding in the match with X-Pac. Continue.
And so it was a real, brand new wound, and there was a little bit of tape over it, and I think it might already been trickling a little bit because when alcohol is a blood thinner.
Yeah, so when you thin that blood, that thing starts bleeding again.
Yeah, and I guess Michael always, the Freebird and Abe's thing with the fingers up in there instead of shaking hands.
Right.
It's hard to explain to the people, but it's kind of just like curling your fingers up and just
it's a knuckle bump.
Pointing your knuckles at somebody.
It's a knuckle bump. You just kind of hold it up in there and they do it back. It's like, okay, shake.
It's still cool to me. But he named JBL right in the fucking spot, And the story goes JBL just cold cocked him one and knocked him out. And when I saw him passed out with his fucking head all forward onto the front seat, or the seat in front of him, I should say. I don't know, man. It's just the Kurt Hennig training in me. Just immediately, I was like, who's got a pair of fucking scissors?
Oh, God.
And that was after 9/11, right? So
right.
You're not supposed to really have scissors on the flight, usually, but it was a charter flight, so we could do whatever we wanted. Somebody, he doesn't mind me saying his name, but I'll still leave it out. But they were kind of an enigmatic brother tag team. One of those guys gave me the scissors,
right?
And everybody's in Lawler's, 5 feet from me, and he's already kind of stirring me up a little bit because of some underlying heat that goes back to Memphis.
Right.
So people are like, you don't have the fucking balls. And I'm like, from the get-go, I was going to do it. Nobody had to egg me on. But
right.
I fucking did that deal like when you pulling the fucking tape brass knuckles out of your trunk, like real slow pantomime for the people way up at the top of the building.
Right.
And held the scissors up in the air.
Hey, you're a worker, brother.
Yeah, right. Everybody's looking. The whole fucking plane, and I mean everybody. And I fucking take the hair and chop. And the place went nuts. 1985 Road Warrior pops.
The biggest pop in the world.
Put the hair up when we got back. I hung the hair up on the wall like as a trophy, and fucking JR, and I love him to death, but he had to do it. He just took it down off the wall. I wish I would have kept the hair.
Are you part Indian?
I am. I am. Not much, but I think I found out I am.
What was the repercussions of that? Did he get pissed off
Not
at you?
that.
Did he understand? Did he kind of come to Jesus meeting with you? Did you
No.
fight?
I expected we were going to fight. Like, I wouldn't blame him if he wanted to.
Right.
You know, but he was he knows he's a dick when he drinks. But I get along with him good now. He knows I did it. You know, I got a receipt coming. Like, if he can get it on me, take it, go ahead.